going to do a start up on the 47 Cadillac. Just under here next to the park brake, this little switch is a electric fuel pump, which if the car is parked for a long time, it helps to bring the fuel up to start it so that the 6-volt battery doesn't die. Or if you're cruising or in heavy traffic, you can pull it down, turn it on, and it will stop the fuel boiling, the heat soak. Most of the time running you don't need it, but if the car is warm, it helps to have it on. I just pulled the car out the garage, so it has started already, but only briefly. So I give it a couple of pumps. You can probably hear the electric pump, and that fires straight into life. I can actually push that off, I don't need that on. The carburetor is brand new. I put it on about 6-8 weeks ago. It came from America from a carburetor specialist, completely rebuilt, all for new, you know, ethanol, gasoline, etc. We literally put the carburetor on, connected the fuel pipe up, turned the key, and the car started straight away, and we haven't had to make any adjustments. The cold start, the choke works, everything. Flamethrower, new cap and leads and rotor, and inside the cap is an igniter, and you just wrap the fuel line there just to keep it cool. I think it doesn't seem to make a lot of difference. Doesn't run hot at all, even if it's in quite heavy traffic or cruising. It doesn't overheat at all. You know, if you do a long trip, it will use a little bit of oil, a little bit of water, but not a lot. You know, just normal for a car of its age. We run it on 40 weight oil, quite a thick oil, I guess, but that's what the previous owner told me to run it on. The car's super nice underneath, you know, completely rust free, doesn't look like it's ever had any welding. Had a body off, sort of cosmetic restoration in 1999 when it came to the UK. But other than that, it's just a nice old car. It's all cleaned and painted underneath as well as on top. Got a bit of condensation there. It's a really cold day here in the UK. Save the gasoline. We've got a gasoline strike here in the UK at the minute. It's hard to get gasoline, so I'll turn the key off for a second. Perhaps you can hear me better. Chrome was peeled on the back bumper, just on the end pieces, and the centerpiece. The chrome's pretty much all gone from the centerpiece, but the bumpers are real nice, real straight, no dents, no dings, no rust. It's just literally a chrome job. The body on the car, I don't think there's any Bondo in the car. It's real nice. It's real straight on the body. The paint was done 22 years ago. It's got some tiny little blisters in the paint in the same place on both sides, just on this sail panel, a little bit there, but everywhere else is pretty good, bar a couple of, you know, small chips and nicks just from the age of it. The front chrome, not too bad. A little bit here, a few little spots here and there on the grille. But overall, the front chrome's not too bad. The headlight trim rings have been chromed. Normally on a 47 they are body colour, but they've been chromed. I think that looks good. Yeah, it's nice and clean under the bonnet hood. We call it a bonnet in England. It's a hood. Yeah, it's good. I mean, we've used the car a lot this summer. No issues. really. We had a problem with the axle. One of the shafts was damaged, which we found another axle and changed the shaft. It's had new wheel cylinders all the way around. I've got new wheel bearings and new brakes for the back, but they haven't been fitted yet. I couldn't get them when I did the axle, but I ordered them, so if I don't do them, they'll go with the car. The tyres are brand new. The tyres have done maybe 1,000 kilometres, I guess. They were really expensive. They were like 400 English pounds each. They're Auburn tyres. They're actually a radial, but they look like the original construction. I think they're 710 by 15. Yeah, again, the body, absolutely no rust on the body. Real nice. Tiny few little bits of blister in the paint there. Everywhere else is real nice. I think there's one little spot on the back panel. I think just here there's a little blister there, which I guess is coming through from the inside, and a little bit in the paint there underneath the light. But otherwise, if you can see under the car, you can see under the car, it's all super nice under the car. The interior is older. I think the interior was probably done in the 80s or the 90s, but it still presents well, no rips or no tears. I think it's a leather look vinyl, but it looks well. Yeah, it's comfortable. The gearbox is good. The brakes, because we've been through the brakes are all good. It's a nice old car. I think from the factory, the car decodes is actually a black car with a tan interior, and a tan top, I believe. But anyway, there you go. Hope that helps. Thanks for looking.